Let's talk about a question I get all the time. How much money do I need to start investing in property? Here's the truth. It depends. It depends on your strategy, the deals you're targeting, and how much you are willing to invest in yourself. And yes, the amount you think you need is probably not the full picture. Let's start with low entry strategies. Some of these like rent to rent. You can start with as little as £3,000 to £5,000. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the catch. You usually don't own the property. That means you get cash flow, but no equity, no capital growth, and you are limited by the agreement you sign with the landlords. Still, it's a good way to get started if you are low on capital and want to learn the ropes. Think of it as training wheels. You are learning the system, the tenant management, how to spot a deal without risking huge sum of money. Next, if you want ownership, your classic buy-to-let is usually the first option most investors consider. Yeah, you need a deposit. How much depends on the property price you are targeting. So for example, if you're buying a £100,000 property and the lender requires 25% deposit, that's £25,000 just for deposit. And don't forget other upfront costs such as legal fees, stamp duty, mortgage arrangement fees, and sometimes small renovation costs. The actual starting capital can vary dramatically depending on your deal brackets. But the principle is clear. Bigger property, bigger deposits. Smaller property, smaller deposits. Now, let's quickly touch on a few other strategies. We have HMO, which is housing of multiple occupation. Here, your upfront cost can be higher because you might need licensing, furnishing, and renovations. But the rental income per month is much higher. It's fantastic for cash flow if you have good management skills or a great team. We also have service accommodation, think Airbnb. This can be very profitable, but there are management responsibilities, furnishing costs, and again, demand can be seasonal. Then let's look at flipping, buying, refurbishing, and selling for profits. Yeah, entry cost also varies depending on the deal, but you need the capital plus a margin for renovation upfront. The risk is higher, but so is the potential reward. Quick pause, hit subscribe, and join a community of property investors that are getting insider knowledge that most people pay thousands for. The next video might just be the breakthrough that you need. Don't miss it. Hit subscribe now. Now, I know some people think they need tens of thousands before they can start. That's not always true. You can be creative about this. Partner with someone who has the money, but maybe not the knowledge. Or explore bridging loans, joint ventures, or even structured deals where deposit requirement is lower. The key is you can often get started with less money than you think, but you cannot shortcut knowledge. And this is the most important part people overlook. The money you truly need to start investing in property is the money you invest in educating yourself. Why? Because property is a numbers game. Cash flow, yields, renovation cost, it all matters. I've seen situations where so-called professionals bring deals for investors all for the sake of their commission. And on paper, they look good, but when you do more due diligence, you see that the numbers just don't add up. And here's the difference. That insight only comes after you have invested in knowledge first. So even a small investment in education, courses, mentoring books, they pay off exponentially when it protects you from losing money or being misled. So here's the realistic roadmap for beginners. Step 1, invest in knowledge, in courses, in mentoring, and understanding the numbers. Step 2, pick a strategy that fits your current capital and your goals. Maybe start with rent to rent for cash flow, or maybe a small buy-to-let for ownership. Step 3, start small, learn the system, and build your confidence. And step 4, scale gradually or diversify once you understand the risk and the rewards. This approach lets you start with as little as few thousands of pounds, but over time, your money and your knowledge will compound into bigger deals. So the real answer to how much money do I need is it depends. It depends on your strategy, the deals you want, and how much you invest in yourself. Start with what you have, but don't skip education. Please and please don't skip education, because the smarter you get, the more money you can make over time.